This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Press the like symbol if you enjoyed any part of this video. Thank you. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Today's blood sugar is set at 7. Time in range is 96%. I don't have my phone right here, so can't go into that much detail, but that's what we said so far. I want to take you back to early 1978 to, I guess, 1979. My whole life was in an uproar. Not an uproar, but quite upheaval. My mother and stepfather had moved to Fiji. I was living with my dad in Alberta. I knew I was a diabetic by this point, but I guess I was sort of rebelling. I just was being watched over by someone who wasn't my mother, and I was really being a pain. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was at the age where I wanted to take care of everything. But I was not ready. My diabetes was completely out of whack. And when I mean out of whack, I was up in the low to mid-teens most of the time. I really wasn't that I didn't care. It's everyone else got to do everything, and I couldn't. And this was a real sort of a pain. Life on an insulin pump has changed. Kids nowadays who have the pump can lead pretty much a normal life. And if they went through and want something, they could have it. Back in my day, back when I was a little young diabetic, you never really could eat what you want. You had to follow your diet. And if you were hungry, well, too bad. I can remember when I went to diabetic camp. And, you're a lot more active. And I said I was hungry. Oh, well, that's too bad. You had your allotment. But, kids grow at a different rate. They get hungry a lot more. What can I say? I always took diabetes as it's something there. Never gave it the respect it needed. Now, I don't believe, and I think I said it either yesterday's video or the video before, that diabetes should be the only thing in your life. You should always just be living your diabetes and that's it. No, it doesn't work that way. Keeping your blood sugars under control is important. But having some leeway, kids nowadays know so much more about diabetes than I ever did. Back then, you were pretty well told. You take your shot, you have to eat this diet, and you had to exercise. You were not allowed any sort of changes. Pure and simple. Now, why weren't you allowed changes? Well, back then, the patients didn't know anything. There were no such things as a patient bill of rights. So you were expected to have perfect blood sugars. You weren't allowed, though, to change anything. It wasn't until the early 80s when, I've mentioned this before, the diabetic trials came out and showed that keeping your blood sugar as best control as you can will help prevent complications. And I am so glad that my early 20s, I woke up. And when I woke up, I was allowed to do so much more with my life. I wasn't, oh well, you have to follow this, and this. I could eat what I wanted. I would still have to take my insulin. I started doing blood sugars, and I started to see trends for the first time. Now, I have taken things one more step nowadays that have opened my eyes a bit more to this little device and all the information that is sent to my diabetic nurse, my endocrinologist, shows a whole bunch of information that I never looked at the reports. But it's open to you. So if you're going to start any new program, if you're a new diabetic, find out everything you can about the items you're using. Simple thing is a glucometer. Learn how to do that properly. Don't be the person, oh, I know everything, and then you don't follow it. You have to learn how to grow as a diabetic. So many people will get a pump and say, I don't want to go to the training. It's a new pump, new features. Now, I'll tell you a little aside here. I got a new pump. It's actually sitting over there on my desk. I'm not going to go to training. And why is that? Because it's the exact same pump. I don't need to follow to learn how to use that pump. I'm already utilizing that pump. So things work out for the best. But if that was a new model of the pump, yes, I'd go for training. I'd be the first up. But now I'm seeing the records that go with it. It's like, why didn't I do that? 2020 hindsight is great. But I never did that. So I'm sorry the fan's going, but it's hot in this room. I hope you have a great day and learn everything you can about every new step of your diabetes life. You want to have tight control. I've said this time and time again. Have a great day. We'll talk later. Bye now. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Thank you. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.